Help Kids Learn, and then we'll have a look at Choose It Maker. Most schools who have Help Kids Learn have it because of the generosity of aspects, paying for your subscriptions. We only like to pay for them for 1 year, but generally ending up paying for them for longer. So Help Kids Learn is just games-based activities. It was originally designed for the use of switches, so children learning to use switches, cause and effect, and that kind of thing. So you'll find that as much as I may give schools switches to use in a class setting, most of the time nowadays, because we have touch screens and so forth, the use of switches and learning how to use switches is probably beyond what we need to do. So I'm just going to log in to Help Kids Learn, and I will show you the home page, and that's here. And if I just go back, when you log in, you appear at the Learning Hub. And in this account, we have an activated subscription for games and activities. Before we go much further, they've just, Help Kids Learn have just started adding analytics and profiles to the system. Now, we haven't got a DPIA in place for the analytics and the profiles, because when this first came out, it was just a pure login and no data was stored. So at this point, if you are going to create profiles, please make sure that everything is pseudo-anonymized. And next week, we will be going through and upgrading everybody's passwords for their account to meet the Aberdeenshire minimum requirements. However, I would rather prefer that you didn't certainly input any data about a child at this point until it's all certified. So we shall just move on. You can just play it as default, as you see here. And we go to play. Okay, so the useful thing here is we have the learning objectives down the left-hand side. I'm just going to pull up a document. Okay, so as you can see, we have heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of different activities for the children. And what we'll do is we'll go through them, remembering that this software was developed primarily for using switches. Now with touchscreens, joysticks and so forth, there's many ways the children can interact. And this can also be used on a PC, an interactive whiteboard, iPad, Chromebook, or anything else. So our cause and effect, as you can see, this would be for our earliest learners. They touch the screen and something will happen. So the ping at the beginning of all the activities means that it's ready for input. And this is a press and hold activity. So I'm going to press with my mouse, and you'll see that you're getting a pattern. And as soon as I let go, the pattern stops. And if I move about the screen, I get different things. So that's the very most basic, and that's really teaching the children that there's an effect once they create the touch. Further down the cause and effect, these are the same, but this time they don't need to keep hold of the button. And if you are teaching switches, we need the children to understand that they can release the button and should release the button. So butterfly, one click, and we will get 10 seconds of pretty motion. If you are dealing with the very earliest of learners, we have apps for some of these, and certainly the shapes and the animals can keep the kids engrossed for quite a while. As you can see, I'm using the sections on the left just to make life easier. Create ripples. These are all hosted online, so the whole process is taking place online. So I can just keep doing this as much or as little as I want to. Again, it's just looking for basic levels of interaction. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but it's there. Okay, so cause and effect. Sequential. This is where we're making more happen. There's an awful lot of social stories here. They don't go in depth, but lots of learning, and we'll just use the clean your teeth example. So what's going to happen is it's going to ask for input from the user. So I click my mouse or use the eye gaze. And then it wants further interaction to play the next part. So this is just seeing that the child is paying attention and interacting and knows what they need to do when the play sign comes back up on the screen. And hopefully her boyfriend will have a bit of chocolate off her at the end. Yeah, okay. At the end of activities, if you leave them on, you get that 10-second blast of music. So we've done sequentials, make more happen. The next step is attention and timing, and this is where we generally find the most benefit with children with ASN who would maybe be struggling. So we have mystery egg. The children need to wait before they press the button. Another important skill if using switches. So now it's pinged. I can now click the egg and something's going to happen. But if I click before, nothing happens at all till the egg appears. Some of the most captivating games for the kiddies are in attention and timing. We have the most wonderful Gropers down a drain pipe. You can keep a whole class entertained for a good while with this. So we're again focusing our attention and we are waiting for the moment to press the button. Again, now, and the wee gopher gets it. Again, if I click, although I'm moving the newspaper, it's only when I click at the right time do I get the reward. Okay, so we've lots of games like that. So Smash the Gophers is good fun. So is Crazy Cats and 10-pin bowling. That's great fun, but the computer decides where the ball's going. The next step of this, again, is for your early users, and it's for them to see and notice the change and to focus on it and select it. So here we're looking at a ghosty house. There's a manny in the window, but if I don't click the right window, there you go. Hello. It's me on a Monday morning. Then we move on to targeting and timing. So we have static targets, like a darts board, splat the clowns. The clown moves around the screen. This is always a popular one on the iPads with our earliest learners. I'll just have a quick show you of this. Oh, I missed him. And eventually the clown will come back and go inside my target circle. And he's a goner. So again, attention and timing. Then we move on to introducing choice. Again, this is primarily for where a person has two switches, but in this, the child realizes that they can activate whichever part of the screen they wish to, be it the little balloon, or, if my mouse works, the big balloon. There you go. So again, just gives them a choice of interactivity. Lastly, is choice making. Smarty Pants. If you've not seen Smarty Pants, we have it as an app. If you have children with autism and stuff like that, this looks different to the app. Oh, here we go. This can be useful. Happy face. This is slightly different to the app. And there's a sad face. So if you do have autistic kids that don't get facial stuff, they might benefit from Smarty Pants, but we have that as an app. And that's really where we are choosing. They can choose trucks, put them on the road, but everything here, once the child is selected, that's as far as it really goes. And then lastly, we have memory pairs. I'm sure you know how this all works. Again, it's quite good on the whiteboard. Kids can take it in turns and so forth. So that is Help Kids Learn. There is an awful lot of cracking stuff here, but it is for the earliest level of learners and maybe some class fun time. Does anybody have any specific questions about Help Kids Learn at this minute in time? No, we're all happy. So this is Help Kids Learn. For a single license in your school, Aspects will pay about £100 a year. Some schools have 5-user licenses and so forth. But certainly on an interactive whiteboard in an ASN classroom, it's a good fallback to keep the kids on target. Isla says, thank you, Isla, that the kids love it. I love the Gophers, so I'm happy playing any of the Gopher games. There's a Gopher game where a man comes and tries to cut the lawn on top of them and they all hide. Thankfully they hide, otherwise it would be carnage. Okay, so now I think I want to move on to ChooseIts because I think this offers much more bespoke stuff for the children. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the ChooseIts ready-mades. We supply these as apps. Let me just try and pull up my iPad. Okay, so here's my iPad. And I need to use my hand. So we have, right now we have ChooseIt Literacy, ChooseIt Numeracy, and I've also installed ChooseIt Maker Player. You'll find ChooseIt Maker Player in the Jamf store, and that is the player for the children to use on an iPad if you have created ChooseIts yourself. We will come to that towards the end. So I'm going to show you ChooseIt's ready-made, and this is literacy. These are early to first level. There are 5,000 pages of the stuff. And it covers, so this is early to first level. We've got listening skills, tricky words, all these things. So let's have a look at initial sound blends. So we have qu, ch, sh. I won't do all the sounds because I'll get them wrong. Let's have a look at this one with the boat. Now a pet hate. So a pet hate of ChooseIt ready-mades is that when it comes out the packet, the timings are set for 10 seconds of reward. Hopefully I've turned them down on this, but if I haven't, you'll see what I mean. So this one, I don't know if you heard, but it starts with cl. So we've got cake or cliffs. So I'm going to choose cake. And as you see, she repeats the word, a red square appears. But if I choose cliffs, we have this quite annoying 10 seconds of reward. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn that off. So I double clicked the top left hand corner. I've gone to settings, rewards. We want music or we want animation, but only 3 seconds. So we'll go back to here and we'll choose this one. So then click to hear the word. And this will last for 3 seconds. Okay, so we'll just explore some more of the activities. Let's try everyday words. Let's go for, let's finish the sentence. Here we go. The sky is, it's not very red tonight. So no, it's blue. Okay, so these are ChooseIt ready-mades. These have been pre-made and are available as an app. We'll just quickly look at the literacy ones, numeracy ones, I should say. Again, I'm going to start one up, make sure I've got the rewards set right. Back, do this, otherwise the kids lose interest. Let's have a look at time, clock. Oh, that's difficult, isn't it? So I'm going to go for the middle one. So again, these are early to first level. Okay, so that is ChooseIts. Now, most of these, as you can see, have got 2 or 3 answers on them. But with ChooseIts, I believe you can go up to 8 or 12. But you have to make these yourself. So we're now going to log in to ChooseIts. Just going to move my screen so you can't see my logins. And just to say, it's Helpkidzlearn with a Z.com and not, as the team's email said, Helpkidzlearn. It's definitely not that. It's Helpkidzlearn with a Z, right? Okay, so we've now logged in to a different account and we're in the hub. And as you can see, I have an account with ChooseIt Maker. Okay, how does this work? This allows you to create your own activities. So the first one I've created, and I will run through creating one, is a very simple one. I don't know if you heard that, but she said, which is a cat? I howled my mouse over the dog picture and she says dog. I hold it over the cat picture, she says cat. I'm going to choose the cat. And unfortunately, you can't change the amount of time that it plays the tune. That's preset. Are you enjoying your CPD? Let's have a show of hands. Oh, I move screens. Show of hands. Yes, no. Okay, so let us make our own ChooseIt board. And we will talk through. So we're going to create an activity. and this is called CPD. Oh, what's happened? No, don't want to print that. We're going to call it CPD, and it's choose D. As you can see, so it is up to 8 choices you can have, but we're going to stick with, we're going to go with 3, and we're going to have 3 pages. They're going to have a header, as in what the question is. We can change the positioning to fixed or random. We'll just leave it at random. And I can't see the bottom of my screen. Cool. Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong. Play. So how? Create activity. CPD. We're going to have 3 cells. We're going to have 3 pages. And I'm going to have to change my screen. Bear with me because I can't see the bottom of the screen. Stop sharing. I'll be right back, folks. Share. That one. Okay, now you can see my screen properly and I can see it as well. So we've CPD with 3 boxes, 3 pages. So we're going to create. Okay, so I have pre-prepared what we're going to do today. We've got a tough one today. Which animal is the biggest? The icon here means that that sentence is going to be read out loud. And this cell we're going to have in it, we're going to have a mouse. The next cell we're going to have a cat. And next cell we're going to have an elephant. Okay, to assist the child, we can add a picture. So we go to the media library. We have widgets, lots of folders, but the easiest way is just to search mouse. We'll have that one. Cat. We'll have that one. And elephant. Ooh, we'll have a baby elephant. Import the 3 pictures, and there they are there. So all now we need to do is click in the box, drag mousey picture, click in the box, drag cat picture, click in the box, add elephant. Okay, you will notice again the blue icon here, which means that if they click, it's going to read out the word. The answer to this quiz, if you didn't already know, is elephant. So I'm going to untick mouse and I'm going to untick cat. So elephant is the right answer. Okay, and then we're going to move on, or let's just preview what that looks like for the child. So hopefully you heard which animal is the biggest. Mouse. But if I click elephant, he's the winner. Okay, we're going to quit. Please don't make me do it again. Good. Now for the second page, which animal is the smallest? Now, please don't assume just because I'm using ridiculously simple stuff, you can't make this a lot harder. Have to make this easy so I don't mess it up and make myself look like a wally more than normal. What are we missing? Mouse. Okay, we've already got the images, so I'll just dump them in. Elephant, cat. Okay, And the right answer, which animal is the smallest, would be the mouse. All very simple. Now we're going to move on to the last page. And this is going to be, and you're going to have to put up with my skills here, which animal says meow? Let's see if you can hear. So hopefully you heard that. So we are going to put the cat in the first cell, the mouse in the second, the elephant in the third. And it's not the mouse, it's not the elephant. So I've unticked the boxes. Now you'll notice we've got, we need to change the labels. This will again read out the word in the box, but I can now add my own custom audio if I want to. So I need to come over to the right-hand side and click custom audio. And then I come to the add media button and I'm going to record my own audio now. Forgive me for making funny animal noises. Here we go. Squeak, 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 I'm a mouse. And I'm going to add that. Happy, and I'm going to put, oh, didn't work. There you go. And I put that there because it's an auditory prompt. Okay, let's do another one. Record audio. An elephant. I'm an elephant. Not very good at all. Nelly. And now I should be able to drag that over there, which it's not letting me. I can apply it as a reward, but no. I'm going to add it as an auditory prompt. You could add the reward as in congratulations, you've chosen the right answer. And we need a noise for cat. Meow, meow, I'm a cat. Meow. Okay, so we're going to go and preview this. Which animal is the biggest? So we chose elephant. Dum-de-dum. Yes, you can import your own pictures just through the same way, straight off your My Pictures folder. Which is the smallest? We've chosen mouse. And then the high-techness of ChooseIts. Let's have a look. Hopefully you can hear this. I can hear it saying, embarrassingly, meow, meow, I'm a cat. Squeak, 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 I'm a mouse. And a terrible elephant noise. So you can have visuals, you can have visuals, you can have sound, the words read out to give the children as many different ways of doing it. So I'm going to choose the answer, which is cat. And because I selected it with the green tick, it's the correct answer. So there's an awful lot you can do with ChooseIts. Now, when you have made a ChooseIt, we are going to try and save this. Quit. Or is it not letting me save? Okay, it's already saved it. So we can go back in and re-edit it, but I will show you this button. We can share. So if you have an iPad, you download the ChooseIt Player app, and I'm going to generate a share code. Now, if anybody has downloaded that app, they can type in CTQAUF and my fantastic app will download on their device. So to show you that in practice, I'll just move across to my iPad again. And I'll open ChooseIt Maker. Now, at the end of this session, I will show you a heap of very useful resources, and one is lots of redeem codes for ChooseIts that have already been made by other people. This is one I've downloaded earlier. It's Groundhog Day, and I downloaded that by using the share code that I will show you later. So this is one that has been pre-made, and I don't know very much about Groundhog Day, so I actually got some of these wrong. So what happens on Groundhog Day? Don't know. 2nd of February. Now I believe it sees cloud because it's still January. So I'm going to click cloud. I'm right. What? Now I got this wrong. I thought if I saw a shadow, the sun was up and therefore it was spring. But the answer is we will have more winter. But today I have learnt about groundhogs. Well, since I got the first one wrong, the answer must be spring. If it doesn't see a shadow, spring is coming. Keep warm, I suppose. Not going to be having a picnic. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Yes, thank you. I'm going to stop there because we've got some handies up. Let's go for it. Who's got a hand up? Louise, how you doing? Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. I've got a couple of hands up. Anybody got a question? No? No problem. I'll show you the best. Everything I've covered today and a lot more, including a full rundown of how to use all the resources, is in the resources section and in guides. You just need to put your email address and so forth in. We've got switch progression. It's a good read if you've got younger kids. Maybe don't use the switches anymore unless they've got real difficulty, but it's still a good read even if switch is not your thing. This is Help Kids Learn that we looked at earlier, and there's lots of progression guides and which choices you need to make. This guidebook is all about ChooseIts, and I'm fairly sure you can get a free guidebook, which I'll just log in and claim, and I'll download it so you can see. And here are your share codes here. So if I scroll right to the end, I could type that share code in and immediately this would appear on my device. Okay, I'm going to try and see. Hello, Louise. How are you doing? Anybody going to talk to me? Have you all died of boredom? We have 10 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions? Would you want to see more about Groundhog Day? I did some learning today. Trish, you still alive? No. Okay, so
I am. I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
See if you do the share codes, can you edit the ones that come up in the share codes?
Let's find out. Let's find out. So I'm going to, good question. I'm going to drag this across. And we're in the wrong account again. God. Bear with me, everybody. Launch Hub. And let's share to this one, I believe. Good, so you can see that. So ChooseIt Maker, let's get in there. Share codes that we had. We're going to try this code here. So I can come and redeem share code. The code is PYCCTW. PYCCTW. New activities redeem. Here it comes. And yes, the answer is yes. Let's go back. Quit. Oh. So yes, there's the activity that we downloaded, brand new. Where's the brown bear? So I could change brown bear and say it was a lion, which I probably don't.
Thank you.
No problem. Good question. You get a gold star.
As usual.
As you, well, of course, it's you. Any other questions? Do we have ChooseIts on EB iPad? EB? How do you sign into the ChooseIts? All right, I'll start at the beginning. Isla, how do you sign into ChooseIts as I've gotten into the games? Do you have? I've probably only bought you a subscription for Helpkidzlearn and not ChooseIts because I'm tight. If you feel you can benefit from using ChooseIts, I would more than happily give it to you. What I would say is I would love you to share anything that you make. And I suppose that's how I will fund it. If you share your resources, then I'll let you have them. Do we have ChooseIts on? I would have thought you do have ChooseIts on Elizabeth's. If you don't, that's my mistake. Isla, if you get in touch with me in a couple of days, we'll get you a ChooseIts account. And anybody else who's willing to share, then that's fine. If you don't have ChooseIts, Louise, let me know. It's about £100 a year. Hold on a minute. Products, ChooseIts, sign up. It's £110 a year, excluding days. Nothing's cheap nowadays.
No, it's not.
But there's not much else available for your early learners, except for one more thing I'm going to show you whilst you're all hanging on my every word. Would love ChooseIts too. Wendy, where are you from? Wendy, get in touch with me tomorrow and we'll try and sort it out. Saying that there isn't many resources for kids with additional support needs, we have right, blatant plug for the next 5 minutes, unless Tariff. Would love ChooseIts too. Tariff. Well, Louise is in Tariff, is she not? Or am I getting totally confused? Anyway, we'll sort you out. Don't worry. If on your PC you go down to the search and type in Software Center and click it, There's a chap called Ian Bean. Ian Bean probably created most of these resources that we're looking at, but 20 years ago. And he has free resources you can use. If you've got spare CPD money, I think a year with Ian Bean's CPD training is about £19. It's old-fashioned, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. He doesn't do iPads, so to speak, but he does everything else, and if he does it. But what we have done, we have got some of his software and put it on the software center for free for you to download. So we've got Lightbox. If you've got an iPad, you might have an app called Sensory Lightbox where the kids move their hand across the app and it's like lightning. Well, this is a version that you can use on the interactive touchscreen in your classroom. We have Aspects SEN. This is mostly Monday, Tuesday tunes, the weekend tune, Friday's coming, all those kind of singy songs you might do in the classroom. And then we have very simple cause and effect activities, bit like the first ones we looked at with Helpkidzlearn, but it covers things like films or Ariana Grande or the latest Disney movie, Pocahontas or Moana or whoever. He's made lots of short well, they're not animations, it's just basically the character on the screen with some music going in the background that the kids enjoy if they do like Moana or Pocahontas or somebody like that. So they're free for you to download from the software center. If they are not listed in your software center, you need to contact IT and just ask them for the Aspects SEN stuff to be added to your specific laptop. Then you can download it. It's 4:41. Who wants to get away 4 minutes early? Raise your hand. Yes, two. Okay, any more questions? You know where I am if you need me. And before I let you go, I must plug the Aspects SharePoint site that's available to you all 24/7 and also includes a full list of the 100+ paid-for apps that you can apply to Aspects for. Some of these apps, like ChooseIts, are £50 a pop. Some of them aren't. We've got literacy, we've got more literacy, we've Nessie stuff, we've got widget common words, we've got Jolly Phonics. We've also just taken on board for Aspects customers reading eggs. So if you're one of our customers or your children are one of our customers, you can get access to reading eggs, which is digital books and digital phonics. We've also got Dexteria. These are great apps for children with motor issues. We've the full range of autism iHelp apps. Nobody will give me feedback if they're any good, so please come and ask. These are from Helpkidzlearn. These are the games that they have made available on the iPad. That's Splat the Clowns. We played that, and I mentioned Crazy Cats. Little Lost Penguin, wonderful game, very sad. And everybody gets stuck on level 4. Patience is the key. So we have heaps of apps available to you and your learners. Somebody's typing, and I'm trying to fill the gap until they've finished typing. Trish, what is that on your head, man? Oh, you're being cool. Sorry.
No. When you say, can we finish earlier? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, somebody's typing. If they finish within the next minute, we'll get out of here. But it's getting dark now. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope that was informative. Yes. Okay, great. I hope everybody's enjoyed themselves. Please get in touch. Any questions you have. If you want switches for your classroom so the kids can access the board without getting their sticky fingers, just get in touch. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Goodbye.